Old Man and River, written by Dorothy Deming. Characters: Amy Herschel, 17 years old; Betty Marshall, her younger sister; Rose Field, 16 years old, the Marshall's neighbor; Sarah Field, 9 years old, Rose's sister; Jim Hall, 70 years old, another neighbor; Mr. Peters, neighbor of the Red Cross Disaster Committee; Penny Marsh, Red Cross nurse. Time: late afternoon in March. Setting: living room of the Marshall home. Scene 1. Annie, Betty, and Rose are sitting around the living room table. Amy and Rose are knitting. Betty is looking at pictures in a magazine. The stage is not very bright. Rose: goodness, it gets dark early on those rainy days. Mind if I raise the shade a bit? Amy? Amy: no, do. But I guess we need the light on, too. She goes over and puts on the electric light. Rose: going to the window. How it rains, it seeds, it inseeds, and look, your backyard is a small lake. Amy, joining Rose at the window. Gracious, I have never seen it rain so hard, and this is the third day of it. Betty puts down the magazine and runs to the window. We we're more than a lake. It's more than a lake. It's a sea. The radio said the river was above flood stage this morning, whatever that means. Amy, it means that the water is above that white line on the bank at Thompson Bridge. Thompson Bridge. It must have covered the South Meadows and the highway there. Rose, it isn't only the rain, it's the snow melting in the hills in the northern part of the state. The girls return to the table. Oh, I hope we don't have a flood here. There is a noise of stamping feet and someone breathing hard. The girls all look to the right direction of the sounds. Jim Hall, entering from right in shining wet raincoat and rain helmet, which he drags off as he enters. He is panting. Oh, girls, it is cloud burst. He kicks off his rubbers. I have run very steep of the way from school to get here. The river is rising fast. The Barnet Dam gave way an hour ago. Why? That they say that. They say, and it look bad. Where is your mother, Amy? Amy. She took Dick to the dentist and was going to stop at Mrs. Bryant's for a recipe on her way home. She ought to be here soon, Jim. And your father? Amy. In Chicago on business. But why all the questions, Jim? Jim. Well, here you see, he is interrupted by the ring of the telephone. Amy exits left to answer it. Her voice can be heard clearly. Amy, hello. Yes, mother, I know. Isn't it awful? How will you get home? Yes, mother, I am listening carefully. Amy's voice grows very serious. Yes, I will. No, mother, no, I won't. Jim Hall is here and Rosefield too. Yes, I will. No, mother, no, I won't. Jim Hall is here and Rosefield too. Yes, all right. I will tell them goodbye. Amy returns to the room. She is looking very scared. Mother can't get home from Mrs. Bryant's. The bridges between here and town are underwater. Rose, mother says you are to telephone your mother right away and tell her you will spend the night here. Rose, I will. What will be? That will be fun. Hurries from the room. Amy, Betty, you and I are to fill all the bowls, tubs, pails, and pitchers with fresh water in case the town supply is cut off or made unsafe to drink. Mother says she hopes you will stay and help us, Jim. Jim, this is just why I came, Amy. I think I will look up a lantern. And Betty, interrupting, I have got a flashlight. I will get it and some candles. Rose from outside still at the telephone with irritation. Central, I am trying to get main 3022. I can't. There is a pause, and Rose comes to the door, her face frightened. The telephone is dead. I can't get central. There isn't even a buzzing on the line. Jim means the line are down between here and town. Well, girls, let's get organized. Betty, look up your flashlight and candles and lamps and lanterns and anything you have got. Rose, peel the tops and pails and Amy, and I will check on food, blankets and coats. Better get out the place, past it, kid. Everywhere, make it snappy. Rose and Betty exit left. Jim turns to Amy. This is serious, Amy. I don't want to scare you, but your house is in the direct line of the river. If the dam has given away, he goes to the window. Well, if it has. This is serious, Amy. I don't want to scare you, but your house is in the direct line of the river. If the dam has given away, he goes to the window. Well, if it has, you can see for yourself that it means we cannot get out of the main road and we are already out of from the south side. Look, he points out to the window. Amy joins him. She grabs. Amy, Jim, the water is up around the garage. I thought it was just a pool in the garden, but it's Jim, Jim, soberly, the river. Yes, Amy, that's old man river himself creeping up to your door. Jim and Amy was in a moment. Amy shudders. Amy, oh Jim, I'm scared. Jim, placing a hand on her shoulder, steady, old pal. You have been through bad things before and come out safely. Remember the school fire. First thing, we must not let the others see how scared we are. Next, get all the things you can together here water, food, blankets, coats, lights. I'm glad I served on the Junior Red Cross Emergency Squad during the war. It's too bad you live in a bungalow instead of a two-story house. But we can always climb into the attic and onto the roof. Amy, still. staring out the window. How fast is the river rising, do you think, Jim? Jim, I don't know, and it might stop before it reaches us. If only the rain would let off. We will signal for help from the roof. They will send a boat on something or something. Entering late. I have enough fresh water to last as a week. To last us a week. Who will send a boat for us? Jim. And from where? She goes to the window, screams. Horrors, look at the river. Horrors, look at the river. Amy, hush, Rose. Don't tell the others. Jim say. We will be alright. Let's see what flood we have on hand. What food we have on hand. Betty, entering late, here are lights. Did you uh, did you say food? Hark! What's that? All four stand perfectly still, listening from far off. A child's voice is heard. Rosie, Sarah. Rosie, it's me, Sarah. Rosie, Sarah. Where is she? All turn to the window. Amy, there she is on the playhouse porch. How did she get here? Rose, planted me here. Probably she loves that playhouse. The little monkey. Jim goes out calling, stay where you are, Sarah, I will get you. Amy, it's lucky the playhouse is on high ground. Rose, still at the window. But it isn't. Look, it's nearly afloat. The girls gather at the window. There goes Jim. Look, the wind water is above his knees. Amy, he will need dry clothes. See if you can find some of Dad's things for Jim. Betty, Sarah can have Dick's. Rose, there he is for her. Got her. Amy, I will make some hot cocoa for everyone. There is a thumping and voices at the right, and Jim enters carrying Sarah Pickaback. Sarah is beaming. Sarah, hello everybody. First, that's the fun. Write some more, please, Jim. No, young lady, that's enough. You are heavy. She is dry as a bone. I'm not. Rose, I'm not. Amy, you can have some of Dad's things. I'm going to get us some supper. As she says this, the lights go out. They all gasp and Betty screams. Jim, trying to sound casual. Powerhouse must be out of commission. Light your candles, Betty. Betty switches on the flashlight, lights three candles. Amy, I'm glad we have an oil stove for cooking. Rose, taking a candle, forward march to the kitchen. Betty takes a candle and follows with Sarah trailing. All exit right, humming trump, trump, trump. The boys are marching. Jim, in a low voice to Amy, the river was up another foot. Amy, another hour, and the playhouse would have been floating out in the current. Is this read the flower floor here will be under water by morning? Amy, that's will we do then, Jim. Neither Sarah nor Betty is a strong swimmer. Jim, I am. What will we do then, Jim? Neither Sarah nor Betty is a strong swimmer. Jim, I am going to climb out on the roof and start waving the flashlight. Someone will see it and done and come for us. Amy, but who? No one is on the main road and there are no houses within sight of us. What will be just a pinpoint of light? Are not you scared? Jim, you bet. Are you? Amy, terrified, but I am glad you were here. Jim, we will see it through if we just keep our heads. Scene 2, time an hour later, sitting the same. Same group is in the living room with exception of Jim. Sarah is asleep, covered with the blanket in a big chair. Amy, Rose, and Betty have three candles on the table. Betty is trying to read. Betty, putting down her, looked with a third. I can't read by this light. How do you suppose our grandmothers ever did? Rose, I don't believe they tried to read. I don't believe they tried to read. I guess they went to bed when it grew dark. Amy, maybe we ought to go to bed. It's nearly 11. But I could not sleep a wink. Nor I. Rose, I listen. What's that noise? All three listen. Rose running to the window and peering out. I can't see a thing. It's pitch dark. It sounded like something humping against the house. Mr. Peter, still outside. Mr. Marshall, are you all right? This is Tom Peters and Miss Marsha, the Red Cross nurse. We are here in a boat. Jim, row around to the back porch. We can't get it there. There is a bumping of the board against wood. Voices. Already now there I have got hold of the rail. Tie here up. Sarah, waking up. Oh, where am I? Rose. Come on. She helps Sarah to her feet and quickly wraps a blanket around her. So the to the attic. Exits left, leading Sarah and taking one of the candles with her. We ought to get father's most valuable books and mother's jewel case and Jim. Amy, we will need water and food more than books and jewels. You don't seem to realize. He is interrupted by a cry from the outside. Mr. Peters. Hello there, hello in the house. Mr. Marshall. Mr. Marshall. Amy. They have come for us. Here we are. She runs to the window. Jim picking up the third candle from the table, running to the window and waving it back and forth. Here we are. In here. Betty entering to the run with the left carrying her dress box. Are we rescued? Who is there? Mr. Peter, still outside. Mr. Marshall, are you all right? This is Tom Peters and Miss Marsha, the Red Cross nurse. We are here in a boat. Jim and Amy exit right towards the boys. More voices getting, and then Mr. Peters enters the living room with a lighted lantern, followed by Miss Marsha, Amy, and Jim. Betty, we are rescued. We are rescued. Come, Sarah. Mr. Peter, Are you children all alone? Yes, we. There is a terrific crash, followed by a wail of pain and a scream. Rose. Off stage left. Oh, Sarah. She is fallen off the step ladder. Come quick, somebody. I have dropped my candle and it's gone out. Mr. Peters. Miss Marsha, who is carrying a small black bag, and Amy rushed upstairs. Betty, oh, I hope she has not broken her neck. Jim gets the first aid box. It's in the pile of coats. I will fix a place for her to lie down. He arranges chairs to so Sarah can lie down. Mr. Peters enters carrying Sarah. Steady now. You are all right. More frightened than hurt, I think. He places Sarah on the chairs. Amy, placing the lantern near Sarah, I am glad Miss Marsha is here. Miss Marsha is examining Sarah. Sarah is sobbing softly, spying, saying every too often it hurts. Rose kneels beside Sarah's chair, holding her hand. Jim stands in the background with Betty. Sarah, it's my leg that hurts. Miss Sarah, yes, you have hurt it badly, Sarah, but we can fix it up and we will be get into the boat and take you house. You are going to be all right. She motions to Mr. Peters, Jim and Amy to move to one side of the stage. Rose stays with Sarah. She has broken her right leg just below the knee. We can splint it up with pillows and on umbrella and lead her safely to the boat into the boat. I think we ought to take her to the emergency Red Cross hospital in the armory. Mr. Peter, we can take Rose and Betty along too. Just Jim. You and Amy will have to stay until we can get back for you or send some other boat. Miss Marsha returns to surround Sarah's right leg with pillows, using an umbrella and cane along the outside to keep the leg stiff. Jim, that's all right. We will be perfectly safe on the roof. Mr. Peters, we can leave you an extra lantern and a jar of coffee. Need anything else? Amy, only some of your calmness. We'll be all right, thanks. Mr. Peters, don't thank me. Thank the Red Cross. He goes over to Sarah and helps lift her into the blanket rolled from a stretcher. Miss Sarah picks up her bag. Jim and Mr. Peters lift and carry Sarah towards the right. We can swing her down into the boat very easily. It won't hurt a mite. Sarah, get your things, Rose and Betty. You are going to with us. Rose and Betty grab their coats. Betty takes her dress box. Sarah, drowsily. Miss Sarah gave me something to stop the pain. It's almost gone. Amy, at the door, dropping a kiss on Sarah's forehead as they carry her out. That's fine, dear. Have a nice boat ride. She waves as the stretcher goes out, followed by Rose and Betty. Try to get word to mother that we're all right, Betty. and to Jim's family too. Betty, I will try. I hope he will be rescued soon. Bye. Rose, goodbye. Amy, good luck. Amy, goodbye. There is more thumping, only less loud than before, and voices giving directions. Amy passes with the lantern, trying to get it lighted. Mr. Pieces, upstairs you will be alright, Jim. Jim, still upstairs. You don't worry about us. Goodbye. Voices in distance, the sound of words. Jim enters light, wiping his forehead. Amy gets the lantern lighted and blows out candles. Wherever dropping, he pours 2 cups of coffee and Mr. Peter's jars, hands on to Amy. Raises his cup as though in a toast. Hurries to the coffee lantern rescue. I'm glad we have a wide awake, well equipped disaster committee in the town. Amy and a Red Cross nurse for emergencies. Thank God for rescue. Both lift up the coffee cups and drink. Still standing. Curtain. It is written by Dorothy Deming. Dorothy Deming was an American nurse and children's writer. He served as assistant to editor, director general, and journal editor of Public Health Nursing. He joined American Public Health Association and published the highly successful Penny Marsa, Public Health Nurse, and its sequels, which were so popular with high schools created Penny Mars clubs and girls who wanted to become nurses. Dorothy Deming wrote at least 20 novels.